Ever since the British pound's removal as a world reserve currency after World War II, the US dollar took the crown as an undisputed champion. For more than 78 years now, the US dollar has been primary reserve and most widely used currency in the world. But now, investors are raising eyebrows and considering the possibility of dethroning the US dollar too. Yeah, you heard that right. In recent times, with all the geopolitical drama unfolding, these concerns have gained momentum. So is the de-dollarization an imminent threat to the long-standing hegemony of greenback? Could we be witnessing a major shift in the financial landscape? Could other currencies like the euro, the Chinese renminbi, especially prospective common currency among the BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa, rise to the challenge the greenback dominance? Let's break it down and explore the intriguing possibilities that lie ahead. What is the de-dollarization? Well, it's basically a fancy term for reduced use of the US dollar in the international trade and financial activities. This means that countries, institutions and businesses are looking for alternatives to the greenback, which can have some significant consequences. One major impact of de-dollarization is the decrease in the demand for the US dollar. This happens on multiple levels: nationally for the entire countries, institutionally for organizations like banks, and corporately for big companies. Let's break it down, these two scenarios that could potentially impact the status of the US dollar, making it less dominant on the global stage. Scenario 1 revolves around extreme events that might shake confidence in the US dollar. This could happen if things in the United States becomes less stable or secure. Picture this: increased political polarization within the US could lead to the doubts about the country's ability to govern effectively. And when people start questioning the stability of the government, it undermines the reputation of the US dollar as a safe haven. Now, on to scenario number 2. This one's about positive developments happening outside the US that could boost the credibility of other currencies. For example, if China were to implement significant economical and political reforms, it could make its currency, the yuan, more attractive of the world stage. To be considered a candidate for the reserve currency needs to be seen as a safe and stable choice, but it should also offer enough liquidity to meet the growing global demand. Impact of de-dollarization. Now, if de-dollarization gains momentum, the US could feel the heat in its financial markets. The value of US dollar would dip and the US financial assets would also underperform compared to the assets from the other parts of the world. Think of it as investors relocating their money away from US markets due to dwindling confidence. This could put a dent on the US equities, affecting their overall performance. Additionally, it might lead to the higher real yields on the US fixed income as investors diversify or reduce their international reserve allocations. But the impact on the US economic growth is unclear. A structurally weaker dollar could make a US product more competitively globally, which could be a boost. However, it might also reduce foreign investments in the US economy, which isn't a great news. Plus, a sagging dollar could theoretically trigger inflation in the US by hiking the cost of imported goods and services, but the estimates suggest this effect might not be massive. According to Meera Chandan, co-head of FX strategy at JP Morgan, the dollar's dominance remains top of the class. However, the dollarization is evident in FX reserves, where the dollar shares has dropped to historic low of 58%. Is the dollarization a real and imminent threat? Absolutely. Let's break down the bigger picture here. While we might expect some degree of the dollarization, a rapid shift away from the dollar doesn't seem likely. There are several reasons for that. Firstly, the US dollar holds a unique position in the global financial realm due to its widespread acceptance and usage. This ubiquity gives it a significant advantage. Additionally, the United States has a well-established and extensive network of allies alliances and partnerships across the globe, reinforcing the dollar's position. Instead, a more plausible scenario is a partial de-dollarization. In this scenario, the Chinese currency, the renminbi or BRICS currency, could gradually take on some of the functions currently held by the US dollar, especially amongst the countries that aren't aligned with the United States and among China's trading partners. The shift might be accelerated by the strategic competition dynamics at play. Over time, this partial de-dollarization could give a rise to regionalism, where different currencies and market begins to assume central roles within distinct economics and financial spheres of influence. It's like a shift towards a more multipolar world, with various currencies sharing the spotlight based on the regional dynamics and partnerships. There you have it, folks. De-dollarization is shaking up the financial world, but the greenback's reign isn't over just yet. Thanks for tuning in, and remember to stay connected and informed. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insight in the world of finance. See you in the next video.